Hey guys, so these are two sheets that I've kept track of after the end of each year, or I intend to. I made it after last year. So after the end of the regular season, I updated these, and I thought I'd just share the results in a video. I'll post the links to, I'm going to go over two sheets. I'll post the links in order in the comments or the description of this video. But what this one is the draft slot you are in along the top. So, for instance, the person that drafted first this year was Bajam, and he finished 10th in scoring. This measures total points, not record. And Bajam, I put the people who are in first over here just for a reference for me to talk about. And then here is the year and their total points rank that they finished at the end of 13 weeks. And then what I did is I averaged those to see if having a certain draft spot gives you a better chance at getting a better team or a better total points rank at the end of the year. Because a lot of people would love to say, oh, I got screwed, I got the first overall pick, that's not a good spot to be in, blah, blah, blah. Or vice versa, some people might not like the later spots or whatever. So this kind of shows that, and then I ranked the averages. So really, if you go by this data, the best spot to be would be 8th, 9th, or 10th. They're all tied. And the people who've been there over the years have averaged between 3rd and 4th in total points, which is pretty wild that if you look at all these results, that's pretty good over there. But there's also ones way up at the other side of the board, on the 2 spot, the 4 spot, twice. So, I mean, I'm of the opinion that it doesn't really matter where you pick. In general, I don't think it has a huge effect on your season. I think you just have to kind of tailor everything to where you are. But it is interesting that as you go up the chart, you generally get worse numbers towards the front. I think this one spot being the worst, though, I think that might just be because of who was there. If you look, Enco, we all know that he really got worse as the years went on. And even back then, I think it was more, I don't know, maybe lack of competition in 2008 or what have you. But last year, Enco just managed his team poorly. I don't think it was draft slot. And Bajam this year, I don't think his problem was where he picked. I think it was how he picked and how he made trades and managed his team. He was in the top seed in our division for quite some time. Polino actually made the playoffs from the 1 spot, but he was 7th in total points. That was kind of an anomaly. And Bill got it twice, but we know Bill had some injuries, I believe. He picked Forte over Peterson at number 1. And Forte, I think, got hurt that year. So I really do think it's more how you pick, not where you pick. But if anyone wants to reference this, maybe in choosing your draft slot, if you win that the Consolation Cup or the other upcoming thing where that could be a prize, maybe you want to reference this. I have a minute and a half to talk about the all-time points spreadsheet. It's really easy. There's just the years and then the points you got in those years. Gold is top, red is bottom, black means they didn't play in that year. And then I just average your points per game. So you'll see that Jay and Kako had really good scoring years, and they have no other seasons to bring them down. So they're at the top. I'm next with a large sample size with an impressive points per game. And then you'll see Polino's very close. We have some other... Dave was higher than me, I think. No, Dave wasn't actually. Dave pulled himself up this year from his average, and then you can see what everyone else did. Bajam drug himself down a little bit. He had his worst points total ever, as a matter of fact. And yeah, Billy had a middle of the road. This was his 3rd best out of 5 seasons, and so on. So I'm going to keep updating this as we go along. Nick Clark, by the way, just to point out, he really improved this year in points scored. He's improved every year. We'll see if that goes up again. And his wins have improved every year, so there's a pretty good correlation there. And here's your maximum and minimum ones, if you want to look at that. So I just wanted to share the 2 spreadsheets now that I updated them in case anyone finds them useful, and I'll link to them in the video. Thanks.